And the mechanism to play the game is pretty easy, and I think that it is one of the goals that we want to bring Snake City to really easy to play but very addictive to play. And the idea behind Snake City, we are inspired by very famous game, Slither.io, but our mechanism is pretty much different with the Slither.io. But the concept is like the snake go around the map, try to eat the food, and try to kill other snakes. And it is a skill-based game.
Nice, really cool. I think you might need a little bit of footage for us, right? By the way, guys, if you're thinking the volume is too low, I just put Daniel on the maximum volume. I think you can also check it out on your own phone to set the volume higher for specific people. So just turn up Daniel or turn me up in case I'm too low. But I believe we have the maximum audio set there. And yeah. Thanks a lot, Daniel, for introducing your project. By the way, guys, a small disclaimer, I just shared in the chat, it would be really cool if you check out Snake City and you join the Discord, because the way this AMA is going to go is we'll first be doing it in our Discord, and I think they'll be sharing a little bit of their in-game footage with us, and in about 15-20 minutes, we'll be all moving to the Snake City Discord and joining their own voice channel. And then we'll introduce MetaDerby basically. Okay. So right now it's a general, like, I have some questions for Daniel, like he's going to introduce the project, and then after we're all done there will be some community questions, so feel free to write them out in the chat, and then we'll pick some questions from there, or unmute yourselves and we'll pick some random questions and we'll have 4 winners. So yeah, I think that's a bit clear. Okay, so it is like Slither.io, but it's a bit different. Like, how does it change, Daniel? Like, I know you can have like guys have like started to get custom faces, custom snake heads. But what else?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of things to make it more different to compare with Slither.io. The first thing that you just mentioned is a lot of skins in our game that are in Slither.io, not any skins, but in Snake City that we have a lot of skins, and we just only have the first season in AVAX ecosystem, but in the next season we can have a lot of other concepts like the robot concept, Pokemon concept, and other concepts. And the other things to make Snake City more unique, it is about we put a lot of different things in our map. In Slither.io or other game maps, they only have a food, but in Snake City we also have some bomb, and very soon we have another interesting thing in the map as well. So it makes the people kind of, they need to avoid the bomb, need to kill other snakes, and there are sometimes that the bomb appear in front of you, and it brings a lot of emotion for the people to play our game.
A lot of very happy emotions, I hope.
Yeah, and very soon we will have the tournament game mode. It will be released around August and September, and we will bring a lot of NFT airdrop in the map, so the people play together in the map, and they try to eat the NFT and collect the or other token in our map. So for I think that Slither.io, they only have one game mode. Not all the players are in the same room, right? But in Snake City, we want to create more game modes for the players. It's not only about the tournament, but it's also like the game mode that we call the player can go to a room and they can like a death mode in the MetaDerby.
Nice, awesome. So I know we talked about this, but maybe is it possible for you to live stream your game a little bit in the background of the call?
Definitely. That I can share my screen to share how to play the game.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah. I have some my colleagues as well to join in the call today. So, or they will happy to share my screen. Actually, I'm online in the in the phone. So it
Oh, okay. Maybe Alexis. Alexis, you're with here right now.
Alexis, can you help me?
All right. While we're getting set up, I just wanted to say I don't even know how we basically got in touch with you guys. I think one day we're like, okay, there's another. It's a similar game, but it's like a racing game, but it's not. Like you have a certain skill that we don't have right now. So we're really curious about how to basically get set up and start to have this kind of audience. So we're thinking, okay, maybe this is like similar players, but not exactly the same game style. So this will definitely help with, like reaching a bigger, wider audience of people in the GameFi. And some questions I was curious about. Sorry, I didn't mention. When did you guys get started? When did the token launch? When did the game actually get ready? These would be like some general questions I was curious about.
Yeah, the game is already, and you guys can go to our website and click to play the game. And at the moment, it's only we only have a training mode, and in this month we will have a free zone mode for the people can play without the investment, and they still can have a reward in the free zone mode that we have. We even have a tournament mode for the free zone mode. It means that we can reward for the top, I mean the leaderboard every week. And yeah, you guys please don't miss us to test the game and play in the free zone. Is also pretty fun.
Okay. So right now there is the free zone, right? Or what's the first mode you started with?
Right now it is a training mode. It is only about the only for the player who own the NFT, and our free zone will be happening this time, and in September it will be the tournament mode.
Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Okay. Yeah. I think we already have some people asking questions generally in the chat. So guys, yeah, thanks a lot for hacking out the questions while we're doing the space. I think that's better, than just like copy-pasting all the questions at the same time. So by the way, Daniel, if you see some questions in the chat, just scroll through them.
I see a lot of interesting questions here.
I mean, you can answer whatever you like, and we'll pick 4 winners out of all the people randomly. so
Yeah.
just whatever you think is interesting and that we can maybe expand on. Here we go.
Yeah, I think the first question regarding Phoenix asking very well question regarding the mobile application for both SnakeCity and MetaDerby. And I think that I also usually receive that question from the community. When we have the mobile application for the player, because they can play it or whenever they have time, right? Like waiting the train or break of the work or something like that. And in our roadmap, when we release all the feature in September, we will focus on the mobile application, and it will be around November or December in this year.
Nice. Okay, I think I'll just be live streaming the game, the footage I have. I think Alexis is not. Oh, hold on. Oh wait, she said I should reach out to Lucy. But is Lucy with us here right now? Lucy SnakeCity joined the chat. All right.
Yeah, Lucy. I see Lucy is already here. Hello, Lucy.
Hey there. Do you have access to sharing your screen right now, or is this not possible? Otherwise, I think I'll just share the screen myself of the SnakeCity gameplay. Is it possible or not? Sorry.
Sorry guys to interrupt you. It's Chich here. I'm a moderator for them.
Oh, let me check real quick on how to put this out. Yeah, so for the mobile application for us, actually, getting back to the question, I don't know if I can say this for sure. I know it's just like a couple weeks out. It's not going to be an app, but there'll be mobile responsive, at least from my understanding. Again, we gotta wait for the tech team to confirm this, but it will be very soon. So I don't want to say next week, but definitely within the next 2 weeks, you can start to see for mobile applications. And yeah, if you could, maybe one question I would have is like, is there a 1 versus 1 mode in SnakeCity, or is it just like a melee mode?
I can share for King.
Sorry, you know what is your question again?
Sorry, is there a 1 versus 1 mode, or is there just a melee mode?
Yeah. We don't have the 1 versus 1 mode in SnakeCity because you know the thing is, we have the map is so big. If we put only 1 versus 1, it's really hard to kill each other, right? So the snake can go around, and you cannot try to kill them because they only run away. And instead of 1 versus 1 mode, we have a team versus team mode. And each team we have at least 5 snakes in a team, and in order to join a team mode, you need to have the skin of the team. For example, we can have the team versus team with the Indonesian people, with the Chinese people, for example. And in order to join the Indonesian team, you need to have an Indonesian, flag. And
do you just register on the website and then you get the flag for the team?
Yes, it will happen in the tournament mode that we will release in September. We will allow the people to play the team versus team.
Nice, great. I think we'll be starting to answer the questions right now, as this will give us a little bit more time. By the way, I think somebody's streaming. Tito Beard decided to screen the live stream. So, dude, I don't know who you are, but I love you. So keep doing what you're doing, and check them out. Is this a person from your team? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I'm a moderator for them.
Awesome.
So I will play two turns of the game because
basically in this script you have the snake inventory, and if you have the snake, you have the gender of snake, level of snake, and also the rarity of snake.
Awesome.
And here's all the game modes.
Oh.
These are already out. These are all the game modes already out, right?
Yes. No, he's only 20 at the moment, but here's all the we are planning to develop.
Okay.
And in training mode we have a 4 level with the easy, medium, hard, and extreme. And each level we complete difficulties different. And so let's see. You can play what level you want.
Okay.
Go to the play, and basically you have a 1 minute to play, and you need to achieve the minimum point in the bar or the top of the game screen.
Nice.
And in order to do that, you need to eat the food and try to kill other snakes. It's very important to kill other snakes. And the mechanism to kill other snakes is let other snake hit your body. If other snake, the head of other snake hit your body, then you die. If your head hit other snake, you will die. So when you kill other snake, there are a lot of food and a lot of bombs. You hit the bomb, but you already achieved the minimum point. So this you won, and the skill is based on the point that you earn points and also experience to increase level of the snake. And when the snake have a higher level, it will more faster and it also more longer and also easy to turn. So it helps you to, a lot in the battle. Yeah.
So are these real players or are these bots, these other snakes?
Actually, the other snake here is the ball. The training mode. Training mode it is that you play with the ball.
Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. Okay. Awesome. I mean, it's
And
okay.
relax.
No, it's awesome. I really like it.
Yeah. And the thing is we are here is very good.
Oh my.
Yeah, sorry. That was a bit too much for him.
He hit the thing is he
Sorry guys.
he hit the hammer. He hit the hammer, other snakes and died.
Okay, damn, that's a bit sad, but that's really cool. I like the vibe of it. Hold on, guys, I forgot to share your Telegram. I think we have a lot of community questions, so we already answered a few. But if you can just pick 2 or 3 more, and
Sure,
then
sure.
we address. I'll be sharing a little bit more socials for Snake City.
Yeah. And yeah, we have a lot of variety of snakes in this screen. And basically the snake we have HP and the mana. And when you play in a turn, you cost you some mana, and you need to boost the mana to ready to play in another turn. And we can pick the number of turns a day based on the rarity of the snake. If your rarity is higher, you have a more turns to play. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
One question people might have: why can't I buy a snake? How do I get started?
how many types of snakes? Is that the question?
No. So where can I buy a snake? Can I get started to play the game? How does that work?
Okay. So basically, you have a 2 ways to buy the snake. The first one you buy the in marketplace that we have. And when you buy the egg, you will open. When you open the egg, you have the snake. And we have the random to harvest the rarity of snake. And the second way it is you can go to the marketplace and buy directly the snake that is already sold. Already in the marketplace. Other people are selling.
Okay. Is this an in-game marketplace or
Starter
do you
pack?
have a partnership? I see you have the.
Yeah, it is the
Yeah.
Indian marketplace.
Awesome.
And you can see here we have the 3 kind of eggs. And for example, we have a common egg. In the common egg, we already it's already sold out. And the common egg, 50% is the rarity 1, and 1% is rarity 5. And you need to use the identity without to buy the common egg. And the rare egg and also the rare egg is the same, but the percentage to harvest the higher rarity is better. For example, 60% is to rarity 2, and 3% is rarity 5.
Okay, awesome. So
And the egg,
yeah, so the egg you buy, then you open it, you hatch it, and your snake. It is very similar to hardware, basically. So
yes, that's correct.
we do need, I think, 2 more community questions, if I'm not mistaken. So if you see somebody you haven't answered the question for before, go for it.
Okay. Let me look it, and I do see a lot of questions here. Okay, I think our Echo asking a really great question regarding some project manage the economy with a single coin, and some projects do it with 2 coins. Here we see 2 projects that implement 2 different economies in this region. What is the most important factor that separates at this point? I think it's very, very, very interesting question. Very good question. And from my point of view, I think the limitation of the single coin, it is about the reward pool. That is very difficult to maintain the reward pool. Over the time when we launch the project, for example, after 5 years or 2 years, 2 years or 5 years, it will happen with the reward pool. But in the two coins, it will solve the problem of reward pool, and it is the much better. Uh, However, like in order to maintain the good, economy in two coins, I think, or it is one of the important thing all the game is trying to solve at the moment. And the most important thing is it is about the game itself good enough with and have a good amount of players. And from that, we can copy a lot of success story from Web 2 games to apply it in Web 3 games. They always start with the organic people rather than a Ponzi scheme or something like that. That is my opinion. You want to supplement anything?
No, you're definitely right. It is more of a, I mean, it's more of a choice, right? If you want to go with one or two token economies, I think in the end it doesn't matter. But the thing is, it is true. If you have two tokens, you always try to kind of balance them, because basically one token will be for a specific ability, while the other will be for another one. So you need to be sure that the game is balanced, right? So, if okay, I don't know much about Web2 game economy. I'm just thinking about Diablo or kind of games like these. It's like you might have one certain currency, and again, something in game might become like an alternate for things. So it is definitely, I guess, easier if you only have one token to focus on. And by the way, it's never just one token, because you also have the NFTs. I mean, often you have the NFT games, right? In this case, so people will be buying and selling the egg, or maybe they'll be buying and selling the actual snake. So there's some you have to figure out how much is the reward, how much does the snake cost, what is the ROI for each player, and what they need the token for. Right? So there's a lot of balancing to do actually in this. But I think everything has its pros and cons. So I think it's both very interesting to basically have both tokens at the same time, just one token. So I think it's not that important, because once you get started, there's so many other things to focus on in the game. But it is, I think it's a still relevant question, right, for investors specifically.
Yeah, totally agree. And I also see your question very interesting. Is there any mechanism for new user to try the game before investing? I'm referring to free-to-play or scholarship system. Will user have a possibility to play with friends on a multiple mode? It's a very interesting question. And I think that the free-to-play is very important for all the game time, right? And,
Definitely.
That's why we are very rushed in the development to complete the free zone mode. We have to help the people to test the game, and in the free zone mode, we also have a reward for the people every week. And reward for the top player, and we have a leaderboard. And please, keep update via our social channels. For the couple of weeks with the free zone mode is already released. Enjoyed it.
Definitely. Let me repost the social channels. Just something. Alright, so I posted Discord, Twitter. You can also add the docs. Guys, just join the Discord, because we'll be switching in about a couple of minutes to their own Discord server. Get started. So, I think we answered 3 or 4 questions. I'm not sure. Should we make a last one? So I kept track of all the questions we already have. Sorry. I think we're good to ask the last closing questions, maybe.
Yeah, sure. I think a very interesting question from Shapiro about, can we expect any collaboration tournament between SnakeCity
wait, hold on. Where is this person? I did not find him. Uh,
It's
that
very,
will
very nice person.
that will definitely be fun. I like the thing that you guys are trying to like win in game a token from the game, right? I think you mentioned this, Daniel, like a way for us to play Snake City, and then you win another token, right? I think that will be really cool, and we're also trying to implement this on MetaDerby, and it will take some time. Because first, in theory, it would be very possible to run a horse race, and then if you win potentially like an NFT of a project or a token of a project. Uh, so I think this is something more technical you need to set up, but it's definitely something more fun of the aspect. Because then all of a sudden it's very meta, right? You're not playing the game for the game itself, you're playing the game to get access to another game. So that's paves a way to having a little bit more what is it? More exposure. So that will be yes, guys. Thanks a lot for coming on and sharing the game. I really like it, and I know you guys are. By the way, okay, so maybe one last question I do have. I think you mentioned like you guys have some collabs, roadmaps. What's happening in Snake City in the near future? Next couple weeks, next months. What do you guys have in play?
Yeah. Regarding the roadmap, it's the Snake City that are the first important for priority for us at the moment is about the free zone mode to let the people to play, without investment to the game. They still have a reward on that. It's number one. It's number two. It is about the subnet implementation in the Snake City because we really love the technology of the subnet, and I think subnet can bring a lot of benefit for the player and the user itself with the improve the performance, reduce the gas fee, and it will be also a very big milestone of Snake City in this in this month and next month. And in September, it will be the tournament game mode. Or it is a very interesting game mode, and it is also a lot of events around that kind of game mode. And that is the roadmap for Snake City in this year. Next year, we are planning to work out with some other chain to build a game with a multi-chain, but it's still in the research at the moment, so I cannot talk more about that.
I mean, that's the best part, because that are interesting, that are in the works, but you cannot talk about. I think that's that's the best way to hype people up, to be fair, and this is something that personally excites us as well. Same with our gears, our new features. I don't want to reveal too much. And by the way, we do have some winners, so let me just put names out of just price. I think we'll be sending them some SNC. Small giveaway. So we have Echoes, who asked, while some projects manage the economy with a single coin, we answered the 2-point question from you, so Echoes, you're a winner, actually tagging you. We have MGG163, Barry Canting. I can't wait to explore the potential of the game. Does your graphic distinctly attractive? Maybe, wait, hold on, that wasn't a question he asked. That's another question you did. Guys, you're asking so many questions. It's definitely easier to track in the text chat. Anyway, I know you asked one question that I answered. Yeah, do you have his at? I don't find the Joe at. His at. You could just type it in the text channel, that'll be awesome. We also have already exposed, is there a 1 versus 1 mode in Snake City? So you. And I'm waiting for the last one. And by the way, guys, I love your music. I think it's on the same level as the one on MetaDerby that you guys will be listening in just a few minutes. Alright guys, just open the ticket, give you some prizes, and yeah, Daniel, are we ready to switch Discords?
Good, good to know. Very welcome for all people who go to the Snake City.
Yeah. Now you posted one last time. You got the right link. Use this one, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks to everybody. We're going to close the space, and yeah, see you in the next one. And there'll be some questions about Matador. If you're not interested, you guys already know the game. Cheers. See you in a bit.
Hello, hello, Juno. Are you there? Hello, guys. Juno, please let me know when you already joined the room.
Good morning.
Hello, hello, Juno. Hello. Welcome to Snake City. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Juno?
SnakeCity.
Hello, hello. Mic check.
Hello, mic check, mic check. Hello, mic check.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm connected.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lucy? Hello, can you hear me, Lucy?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, cool, cool. How about you, Juno?
It's okay. I can hear you both.
Okay, okay, it's good, it's good. Hello, welcome, and welcome, Juno from MetaDerby, a great project about the horse racing in Avalanche to the Snake City Discord today. And we are definitely MetaDerby make some noise in the Avalanche ecosystem. And we are Snake City and MetaDerby, both project ideal in Avalanche, and we invite this Juno to the Discord today to help our community learn more about the MetaDB project. Hey Juno.
Hello, hello. Thank you, Daniel, for having me. I like hopping through different Discord servers, so it's always fun to see you right after our initial interview.
Okay, so I hope that the event today will be very friendly, open, and just relaxed.
Yes, definitely. You know what? What I'm thinking right now is I should have changed my username on the Discord and just put like Juno MetaDerby, but I did not. So if you could introduce me for 2 minutes until I figure out how can I change this, that'd be really cool.
Okay, okay, so 2 minutes for Juno to change the name, so everybody can see it.
Okay, be right back. I think I figured it out. Thank you.
Okay, I also see Juno MetaDerby. It's great. Okay,
Yes,
Juno, so talking about the GameFi in the Avalanche ecosystem, definitely that MetaDB is one of the very famous game project. Can you please introduce or about the MetaDB for our community?
Yes, definitely. So, guys, we do have. Wait, hold on. I think I'm going to live stream it at the same time, so I think the community can
That's
see
awesome.
it. So let me just figure out how to share this browser screen. Here we go. Okay, should be good. Okay. My
Awesome.
screen should be live right now. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, we can see it. We can see it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, MetaDerby is a game that has launched about 2 months, and basically it is a horse racing game. So very soon I'm going to show you exactly how the horses are racing and basically how it's going to go down. We have been, I guess, working for this for a couple months, and the tokens have been out recently. It's been 2 months that they've been out, and basically we have a dual token system. So there is a free mode and a paid mode. And very simply, as you can see here, I do have 2 horses that I paid for. You can also just get a free starter horse if you want to check out the game. I think I'm just going to actually apply for a race with one of my horses, so you guys can see without further ado exactly how the game goes down. It is at the current stage a very deterministic game. This means that you'll be picking a horse, starting the race. You pay a small fee in hoof. Hoof is our in-game token that we'll be using for most in-game transactions. And right now, it is matching my horse to other horses that are going to be raced. So we have a small loading screen that normally you're able to see here. And while it is loading, we will be able to start seeing a racing simulation. It does take some time depending on on the server. We'll definitely look more into that, but it is definitely more of an interesting animation we're having here. Let me see.
It will be automation matching, right, Juno?
Yes, exactly. Automated matching. We do have certain bots that are in the race. So I think in every race you have the one horse and then you have 12 other horses with it. So let me see the white paper. Here we go. So by the way, guys, I think I'm just going to put the white paper here for the people that are interested. I don't think I can put links actually in the chat. I think the bot might have deleted the link as this is it. But I'll be live streaming it. Basically, horse racing. Here we go. You have a horse, as you can see, and there's basically a class. So you start off as class 5 for a very small entry fee, and the more your horses win, the more you have to pay as an entry fee on the class. With you, there'll be 12 horses that are ranked. So we'll be seeing here the 12 different horses that you're running with. My horse is called AMA horse, right here. And at first you have a nice animation of all the horses being presented, but these are the basic horses. So once you buy it, you can buy a mystery or a common box, and that's it. Now we're working on more add-ons, making them look a bit prettier, maybe putting away something on the horse's head, maybe on the hoof. That's all work in progress. But for now, it is very much like, okay, you have your horse, getting it ready. On the side here, you can see some different stats, or have different impacts on how good your horse is running the race. And once your horse is ready to go, the horse will start. Nice cozy animation. As you can see, my horse is in part 4. And can I actually turn on the background music? Alright, I don't know how loud it is, guys. So please turn on the volume actually so you know when you're mute. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, we have an auto camera, right?
Yes, we do have auto camera. I actually cannot hear the music, but you can hear the nice techno kind of music. You can turn on auto camera, or you can move it yourself. And AMA horse is this one. So as you can see, I'm in part 4, 6 right now. It's not doing that great. It's not doing that great. We'll see. And this is basically our standard racing mode. So this is how this horse will be going through the tracks. Again, right? We're trying to see, okay, which horse will be winning first. Tracks are right here, and if I win twice or 3 times my initial amount. So that is what you're looking for. If you
And we
don't
have
have
a lot of snacks, right? We have a lot
Sorry?
We have a lot of snacks.
4 or 5 different maps at the moment. So I just made 5th place, actually. Sadly, once the race is over, I cannot look at the map again. Don't worry, I'll
Very
be
close.
It is very close. Most of the time it is very close, except if you have the winter horse. But in the first 2, 1, 2, 3, you do win a lot of rewards, and in the 5th to 8th, you don't win anything. Like you make about break even. So for me, right, I think I won. Okay, so there's the ranking system. The more races you run, the better ranking system you have. And then you're racing against stronger horses here and here, and the weaker horses basically.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I hope this was a good enough introduction. I don't know, I talk a lot. Please
So how many
races?
races? I have a question. How many races you have a day?
So your horse can race a maximum of 10 times your horse can race. But I believe we will be having about maybe about 200 to 300 races a day at the moment. So everybody with all the days together is about 300 races a day, or maybe a bit more. So actually 300 is our daily active users at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we do have a lot of active users, but again, you're racing against your horses and the horses of your friends, but also possibly, some bots that are in the game, so that is to take into account. So there's the normal racing mode, and then if you feel lucky, there's also the death racing mode. So death racing is basically you have your horse, you're racing, and if you lose your horse. You win a small coupon code. Right, that's because I have the coupon, as you can see right here, because I lost one horse. That if you win more than you initially pay. So
Oh wow, interesting.
easy. Yeah. It is. Right now we have nobody signed up for the next death race, but whenever you have like more than 2 participants sign up, you have one against the other, and they're betting, and basically the winner wins bigger prices than the regular race. You see, it makes 1,500 food in one race, and for the race I'm doing normally, I think I should be able, I'm class 3, I should be able to win about 1,500 food in 10 races. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And
And
can
thank
you
you
tell
guys
me
for-
more about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the marketplace today. Can you share us about the
Definitely.
marketplace and stuff as well?
Yes. I'm just seeing a lot of people have asked questions, and I haven't been paying attention. But thanks for posting my socials, guys. Do check out our Telegram or our Discord if you're interested. We're definitely more active on Discord at the moment, but Telegram is also a place where we're active. So, okay, the marketplace is basically this: you can buy a common box or a legendary box. Okay, it is very similar to the eggs that you have in Snake City. So here you have the stats, right? Pacer is the most average stat. If you have a horse of Pacer, you're probably not going to be very strong. It's okay, but maybe you can consider it to be the average. However, if you have an elite horse or elite rare Pacer horse, it might be a bit more strong, right? So every horse you buy will have a random stats like these. So this is the normal, the common box. But there's also the legendary box that can give you legendary stats and over better influencer. So these stats will be influencing the aggressiveness, 10%, 10%, 10% chances of winning, depending on whatever stats you have. And here this is 20%. So if you're adding all these up, this is about 50%. But there's like 50% chance also. So a weaker horse can win against a stronger horse, but on average, you win more with a stronger horse, basically. So yeah, and as you can see, we have a limited lots of legendary horses, about 588. After this, when we pause in the legendary box sale for the moment, we are going to see what we do. But you can also, so you can buy them about 4,500 food. 4,000 or 9,600. That is about, I guess, between one hoof and actually was covered. One hoof was about 16, if I'm not mistaken. So, no, it is 0.60. So, around $76. That's what basically the amount you could buy it for. So yeah, or about $150. That's the amount for a strong horse or a common horse. Or you have directly the marketplace.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's basically for the marketplace. I think the best time, if you're lucky, sometimes people are selling the horses really low, like the Pacer. They might be selling them for a very weak price. And then you can just buy them and put them to the staffers. And if you're lucky, you win more than the horses do. So sometimes it works.
Okay, it's a good strategy.
It is, especially when we get out for meeting. I mean, that might change your game completely, but we're waiting until pulling it off.
Okay. Yeah, one of the first I really like the mentality is about the design. The graphic is awesome. I really love the horse.
Thank you.
How you guys design the game is pretty fun, and also it's very, very nice in the UI. And we see a lot of questions from the community in the chat. Or can you go to the chart and pick up some question and answer them?
Yes. Definitely, definitely. I see some people even tag me. Thanks guys for tagging out. So yes. By the way, Alpin Body, he said I have no horse died today. I'm terribly sorry, man. It does happen. I think you can only do the death racing if you get a very weak horse, so that you can gamble. And if you have a pacer horse, and you don't want to keep it for later, just put it in there if you want to like check on people. Okay, so let me pick some questions randomly. Okay, so I like this question from TNW chat.
Okay.
So basically, what makes this game different from other games? So we started definitely inspired by other horse racing games, and MetaDerby is the first horse racing game on AVAX. Now there are other horse racing games that are definitely out there, but what we're basically focusing on is on creating more game modes and to make it a little bit more interactive, and also to basically engage the players in different ways than we already have it. So for now, the bare bones of it is definitely okay. You have a horse, it's on a racetrack, and it will start to have more utility, different gaming modes, and a different gaming economy, which you will see as we call different features. So the first feature we had was definitely the death racing, but we'll be maybe having like a little bit of a tournament kind of racing, or you can equip your horse with some gears or different equipment, and we'll definitely look into this. So yeah, and I'm feeling a bit sad because my horse is losing right now, but you never know. It might still be a bit one stronger, but it still hurts to see my horse losing. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think another thing. Let me not cry.
Is there any boost something here?
No, there is no boost. I can just watch it lose. No, I need to be cold. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I get to 8th or 7th place, and that's not so bad because that's kind of break even. 7 of 5th place is kind of okay. And obviously, if you get to first 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
you will
7
go
now.
more. We'll see. You never know.
Oh, 6. Awesome.
Yeah, it is like it's a little bit like gambling. It's a little bit gem, but at least you can keep the heart. It's not like you're losing it completely.
So,
Yeah.
what time is a good time to play, MetaDerby in a day? Is it lunchtime or the morning time or after working?
I think after working, if you want to relax a little bit, see what's up, it's definitely just a very nice time. So there are a lot of aspects to the game, and there are things where you basically have to figure out also for the game. I'm not going to say everything here, but if you play the game for about 1 week to 2 weeks, I think you'll be catched up with basically what's possible in terms of gameplay mechanics and what we're pulling out in terms of new gameplay modes. So I encourage everybody to simply just check it out without forming your final opinion yet, because as I'm saying, we're consistently doing new features that might be interesting. Let me pick another question.
Sure, we have a lot of questions.
Okay. Okay. This is a questions from. I'm not going to pick the guys that have already asked in the other Discord. Because already on the price, I wanna focus over on other communities. Will there be room to play among our friends? As asked on Phoenix Studio. So basically, we do have different gaming modes that are being implemented. So I don't want to say yes right now, and I don't want to say no either, but there'll definitely be different gaming modes that we want to put out so that you can more strategize depending on if you have a good horse or a bad horse. I want to have a race, so it will definitely be in the future. The question is like how long it will take for it to create new features like this, and you want to have a special room, because in essence you have to create the room and then you have everybody to join in the same amount of time, and this will put a little bit of load on the server, which you don't have when everybody's is joining one after the other, and then it's a nice capacity. So we will be seeing if this will be a feature, but we'll definitely be putting out different kind of things. People also ask like, will there be like a VR game soon or something like this? It will definitely definitely moving into more of the skill-based kind of like. And from Snake City is asking, this is like a click to play. Indeed, it is, and there will be more strategic choices you want to implement into it. That will allow you to basically make a choice of, either. You want to do it that race, you want to race on this track, you want to go on specific gears, stuff like this. By the way, guys, if I pick your questions, it doesn't mean that you'll win the prize right away, but one of the people that have answered the question will be winning some 4 of these people. What is the long-term strategy for MetaDerby to grow? The concept free-to-play and play is more beneficial than the ones decided to invest. What is the winning mechanism of MetaDerby? Alright, so you asked 2 questions from Black Cat 0610. They are basically you do the long-term strategy is for us to have a good, sustainable game, and at once we want to encourage new players to join, and this is the reason we have free-to-play. Because free-to-play basically means that people that want to join and don't want to pay anything can join. But also, we want to have a more earn-to-play kind of ratio, so that there's some gaming mechanics as well that needs to be balanced. Initially, we had a lot of more food. We want a lot of more food because you have to pay more, and we kind of reduce this. So it takes a bit longer for your horse to reach your maximum horse potential. But at the same time, we want to kind of get people in the game. We don't want to definitely throw money into it, right? So we definitely want to be more of one of the more centered games in the AVEX space, because as you all know, AVEX is growing a lot. It's very easy to connect with new projects and people. If you're just a little bit of an AVEX enthusiast, I definitely say it's very fun, and you have definitely things that you just want to find new projects, or if you want to start building, or if you're building actually already. So lots of things to do, and that's basically why we also choose the AVEX ecosystem. And obviously also subnets, right? Eventually, if you have a lot of traffic, it's very easy to migrate and to basically, have one of the things that, the traffic, if people place on AVEX to basically play the game, this AVEX goes to people who hold AVEX, and if they use your in-game token, the network pays for itself. So this is something that we're looking into right now, but most of the time it's for us to, our main objective long-term would be to become more of a staple in the AVEX ecosystem, with more gameplay, for sure.
Yeah, totally agree.
Do you have some questions for me, by the way, I don't want to answer too many other questions.
Yeah. I think that I have one question. So, what aspect of MetaDerby are you most excited about, and why?
So I think the main aspect that I'm very excited about is these aspects that are a bit more further down the road on the roadmap. Because this will basically change the whole economy of the daily life right now. We're kind of like developing it step by step. We decided, okay, we have a game ready. What do we want to do? We want it for it to be finished, or do we want to launch already and then see how the market responds, and then get features and get a lot of suggestions from people. So a very big aspect for us is the community always. You want to kind of like see do people like this game, or don't they like it? Maybe we can change some things or get a little bit more feedback on it. As you can see, I'm already feeling better because my horse is winning. So it's always good. Anyway, we're definitely the most exciting thing that I'm looking forward to is when people will be able to have their own racetracks. This is also something they'll be able to buy your own racetrack, and you'll be able to breed your own horses. So this will add a lot of strategic thinking to basically, right? You want to have new horses that are being made, but then also you have to put them on the racetrack, or you can use the back racing. So this will be a lot of strategic thinking. So this is what I'm looking forward to, is that once the game wins complexity, it pays off to be one of the early players, basically. Because then you understand the game better than people before. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I do really like the game, and I do believe that it will attract a lot of people to play it. It's very relaxed to see the horse racing, and also a lot, like you mentioned, a lot of strategy will be applied with the dead mode and also the open race, right? And
Yes.
yeah, I think that really thank you, or Juno, for sharing a really exciting game. And the community, please check out their MetaDB website and social channel in the chat, and keep update with a lot of exciting news from the MetaDB team. And is there any thought, a final thought you want to share with the community? You know?
Um, yeah, guys. Oh, thanks a lot for your time and for checking it out. I do believe. I don't know if I answered 4 questions. By the way, I answered one, two, three.
Or
But 4 community questions, did I? I'm not sure. So I had every time
already
I waved
four?
my hand. Every time I waved my hand. So I have PMW Jackie. I do have
Yes. Phoenix Studio and
yeah, Phoenix Studios,
also
and I do have
like
it and
Cat.
Snake City. Oh, Black Cat, Black Cat. Okay, okay. So I did answer 4 questions. All right. Let me see if there's like a last interesting question. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
As Evan said, somebody that race is all real people and no horses. That is correct. It is just the participants. Other participants are real or just bots? So for the general races, you do have bots because we don't want people to wait too long to play the game at the moment. But we might tune it and do each number of bots. However, just so people won't wait 10 hours to play the game. Right? So in essence, we want people to be able to wait, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes at the most, and then be able to race. Yeah, I think these are all the questions. Okay, Mr. Rad, I love this question. Will MetaDerby have scholarships and guides and stuff, or be only for individual players? Thanks a lot. Let me just answer this last question. But by the way, guys, now I've picked 5 questions to answer, so only 4 of you will be winning the prize pool. So, will MetaDerby have scholarships and more? For now, not really, because we want to have the best features out there for the individual players. And then the issue with guys is basically they will look at your game, it will work, but they will try to break down the most profitable way to make the game, to win the game. And for us, this is not really what we're looking for. When we do have a strong community first, and also encourage people that don't want to play to join first the ecosystem, and then as we build something more sustainable, then we might be interested in having guides and a bigger view of it. But for now, for us it is more like, okay, how do we build a stable universe, stable metaverse, and at the same time make it interesting enough for people to play. So that's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, totally agree. It's a great answer.
Yeah, and one last question: how big is the MetaDerby team from I think that's the symbol. We do have about 20 people, I believe, between the tech team, the product team, and a bunch of other people in there, marketing. It is a very big team, and we're very committed to this. So very curious to see how we're involved. The main thing right now is that we're focused on pulling out new features, and regularly we have meetings and think, okay, what is the best feature we can put out right now for the project? So yeah, thank you everybody for your time. Oh my god, is there a horse who tasted a beautiful race?
Yeah.
I did used to have a free horse, but it's not on my main account right now. So there will be no free horse race today, guys. Sorry. Starter horse. I know the one you get when you sign up.
Yeah, no worry, no worry. Yeah, because I do believe
Yeah.
that after the presenting, the game, definitely more people will look around the marketplace and to own their own house and place an open race, tomorrow.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're curious about the free horse, just check out Free Horse MetaDerby and you'll find it, or check out our media marketplace. Daniel, thanks a lot for your time, and I love the space. I love that we have so many people check out our games. I love this new format of AMA. I think we have about how much? 30 people right now connected? I have no idea.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Juno, for joining the AMA today, and thanks a lot for presenting the great game. And thank you, everybody. And yeah, see you again. Bye.
By the way, this is just a step one of our collaborations. Who knows what will be next? So guys, keep your eyes on Twitter.